Two organizations, SAARC and BIMSTEC, focus on geographically overlapping regions, but they are not equal alternatives. SAARC is a purely regional organization, where BIMSTEC is interregional and connects both South Asia and the ASEAN. But they have overlapping interests in terms of functions and goals. To understand the importance of these organizations and their differences, it is necessary to understand the need for regional cooperation in the South Asia in the very first place. Let's take a look at how SAARC and BIMSTEC are different and what their standing is in the region. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of In Depth. We will be back same time tomorrow with a focus on another subject. You can watch our episodes online on YouTube and Twitter and get back to us with your feedback and suggestions. Thank you for watching.
The grouping of South Asia, Southeast Asian countries, BIMSTEC, or the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, comprises Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Thailand. Bringing together 1.5 billion people or 21% of the world's population, these countries have a combined GDP of over $2.5 trillion. SAARC, or South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, on the other hand, has 8 member countries: Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, the Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. As of 2015, 21% of the world's population and 3.8% or $2.9 trillion of its GDP was in the SAARC region. In the past, India has spent more political capital and effort to make SAARC work than on BIMSTEC. However, the latter lends itself more naturally to regional integration, including physical connectivity and economic cooperation, than SAARC, which is dominated by India and Pakistan and naturally hamstrung by tensions between the two countries.
Compared to SAARC, BIMSTEC actually can become and is becoming more vibrant organization, and it has got the potential to be much more successful. And there are no controversies actually in BIMSTEC. There is an attitude of cooperation, expectations, which is an enthusiasm, which somehow is not there at all in SAARC.
Despite having been around for over 3 decades, SAARC's performance has been less than satisfactory, with its role in strengthening regional cooperation coming under scrutiny. The main objectives of SAARC include promoting welfare of the people, accelerating economic growth, social progress and cultural development, and strengthening collective self-reliance. The organization also seeks to contribute to mutual trust and understanding among member countries. Other objectives include strengthening cooperation with other developing countries and cooperating with international and regional organizations with similar aims and purposes. While SAARC has established itself as a regional forum, it has failed to attain these objectives. In the many failures of SAARC, lack of trust among member nations is the most significant factor between India and Pakistan. In recent times, Pakistan's non-cooperation has stalled many major initiatives, including the SAARC Motor Vehicle Agreement. The agreement, which was crucial for harnessing regional connectivity across South Asia, could not be signed in 2014 due to Pakistan's dithering. The grouping faced another setback after the 19th summit scheduled to be held in Pakistan in 2016 was suspended for an indefinite period as member countries declined to participate, a signal that there was an absence of a conducive regional environment. SAARC has also been a failure in the area of security cooperation. For instance, while cross-border terrorism emanating from Pakistan is a major concern for India, Pakistan has failed to address these concerns.
The Pakistanis have somehow made sure that the SAARC doesn't go the way it was intended to be created. So quite a few initiatives which were started off just didn't take off. We hope that with the change in the government in Pakistan, that attitude changes, but unless and until we see a sea change in their policies and their attitude towards SAARC itself, I don't think there can be very many possibilities of SAARC becoming a viable organization.
BIMSTEC, on the other hand, has been hailed as a platform for regional cooperation. It connects the littoral countries of the Bay of Bengal and the Himalayan ecologies. A big reason behind the success of BIMSTEC is that member countries have generally cordial relationships. However, there are shortcomings as well. The grouping was formed in 1997, but its record in terms of tangible achievements is not so impressive. BIMSTEC emerged as a vehicle for regional cooperation with its primary focus on economic and technical cooperation among the countries of South Asia and Southeast Asia. Its major strength lies in that it includes two influential regional powers, India and Thailand. This lays to rest fears of dominance by one big power. BIMSTEC promotes enhanced connectivity with ASEAN countries and helps smaller countries like Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan to develop connectivity with ASEAN nations, the hub of major economic activities globally.
I think every country has a role. They will have to play a role. I think in connectivity you need those countries to help and to participate in connectivity. Road, railways, shipping, all these connectivities, people to people, education, health, trade and investment, all these have to be. Then BIMSTEC can also work out other areas to facilitate financial services, banking, for trade facilitation, and also harmonization of rules and regulations, customs, etc. that will help in speeding up trade.
Comparing the two groupings, trade among the BIMSTEC countries reached 6% in just a decade, while in SAARC it has remained around 5% since its inception. BIMSTEC provides nations in the Bay of Bengal region an opportunity to work together to create a common space for peace and development. Given the fairly amicable relationship between member states of BIMSTEC, increasing its performance and its effectiveness is an achievable goal as long as the countries exhibit enough political will and mutual respect. With inputs from Leena Sharma, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.